Joyboy is an extremely mysterious character about whom we know very little, but thanks to Vegapunk, we have learned some new things. For example, Joyboy existed during the Void Century, 800 years ago. He was the first pirate who ever sailed the sea. Just like Roger, Joyboy traveled across the entire One Piece world, and in the end, reached the last island of the Grand Line, where he left the One Piece treasure. Joyboy had powers similar to Luffy, meaning Joyboy also possessed the Hito Hito no Mi model, Nika. But let me make one thing clear. Joyboy and Nika are two different beings. Now, if Joyboy was the first pirate, then naturally he must have had a pirate crew. So let's talk about all the possible members of Joyboy's crew. Make sure to watch the video until the end, because you'll learn a lot of things related to Joyboy. First is Nefertari D. Lily, the Queen of Alabasta. She is most likely to have been a member of Joyboy's crew. I say this because when Imu interacted with King Cobra, the longest conversation Imu ever had on screen was about Lily. Imu is angry because Lily spread the Poneglyphs across the world, which Imu sees not as a mistake, but as an intentional betrayal. Alabasta is the only kingdom among the original 20 that refused to live in Mariajoie. This suggests Lily supported the ancient kingdom, possibly because Joyboy himself was the king of that kingdom. It is also possible Joyboy himself told Lily to spread the Poneglyphs across the world, since the road Poneglyphs give the path to Laugh-Tale, where Joyboy left his treasure. Next is the Kozuki clan. We know that the ancient Kozuki clan of Wano were the master craftsmen who created the Poneglyphs during the Void Century. Their ability to carve indestructible stone and preserve history was unmatched, which is why Odin's bloodline can naturally read them. But this also tells us something far bigger. Joyboy had a deep, meaningful connection with Wano, not just historically, but personally. This connection explains many major events in the story. Kaido came to Wano because he believed the final prophecy about Joyboy would unfold there. Even Kaido thought he might be the reincarnated Joyboy. Wano was intentionally isolated for centuries, so it could open its borders at the arrival of the next Joyboy, meaning the Kozuki clan was waiting specifically for someone like Luffy. The road Poneglyphs were entrusted to Wano, because the Kozuki clan were one of the few groups Joyboy trusted to guard the path to Laugh-Tale. The Sea King prophecy mentioned a person who would guide the world, and Wano's craftsmen were part of the plan to leave clues behind for that chosen figure. Next we have is Toki. Although this idea is a bit speculative, there's a real possibility that Toki once sailed with Joyboy's crew. Even though fans first meet her during the era of Roger and Odin, Toki was actually born in the Void Century, the same era Joyboy lived in. She possessed the Toki Toki no Mi, a devil fruit that allowed her to leap herself or others forward through time. While almost nothing is known about her life during the Void Century, but we do know one thing. Toki only used her time-traveling ability to escape danger, sending herself into a future where the threat no longer existed. That single detail opens the door for a powerful theory. Toki may have been present during the final battle of the ancient kingdom, fighting alongside Joyboy and his allies. And when the war turned hopeless, when the group that would later become the world government was about to win, Toki may have used her devil fruit to escape 800 years into the future, leaving behind a fallen kingdom, a defeated Joyboy, and a devastated crew. Perhaps the most famous candidate for a former member of Joyboy's crew is Zunesha, the colossal, ancient elephant also known as the Island of Zu. Zunesha clearly had a personal connection to Joyboy. It immediately recognized the drums of liberation emanating from Luffy when he awakened Gear 5, declaring that it was sensing Joyboy's heartbeat and presence for the first time in centuries. Momonosuke even confirmed that Zunesha and Joyboy were companions 800 years ago. Long ago, Zunesha was punished for an unknown crime, condemned to wander the world aimlessly. However, some fans speculate that it may have been walking toward a specific goal all along. Given how Zunesha reacts to Joyboy's presence and even apologizes to him, it's strongly implied that this ancient giant was once one of Joyboy's closest crew members and dearest friends, bound to him by loyalty and time. Much like Zunesha, Emeth is another figure who was almost certainly a member of Joyboy's crew. While the exact nature of their relationship remains shrouded in mystery, the brief flashback of their encounter demonstrates that Emeth and Joyboy shared a profound bond. Joyboy trusted Emeth enough to store his most powerful haki within him, ensuring that he could one day protect himself, or anyone he wished, when the time came. Emeth had made a promise to Joyboy to make him king, but for reasons unknown, he was unable to fulfill it. Upon awakening, he apologized to his old friend for failing him. Yet, when he senses the drums of liberation through Luffy, he chooses to act. Emeth decides to aid Luffy, unleashing the ancient haki stored within him to confront and defeat all opposing forces, continuing the legacy of his long-lost captain. So, what do you think? Who else might have been part of Joyboy's legendary crew? Could there be more giants like Zunesha, mysterious time travelers like Toki, or ancient guardians like Emeth waiting to be revealed? Maybe even races or individuals we haven't even imagined yet. Thanks for watching. Make sure to comment and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more One Piece breakdowns.